Welcome back to Panoma Perspectives. I'm Mindy Gibbons-Klein, and I'm here with another one of my authors today, Keith Fraser. He's the author of a very interesting book. I'll let him tell you about it. Hello, Keith.
Mindy, how are you?
Well, why don't you tell everybody about yourself and the book?
Well, listen, there's a lot I can say about myself. I come from a background of sales, property. I'm a bit of a polymath, actually. But I've written this book because I've done a lot of speaking over the years, sales training. I've studied a lot of psychology, such as transactional analysis, NLP as an example. I've done a lot of that as well, and some other kind of psychological interventions. And I realized that the main thing in life, one of the biggest things you need is something called cojones. Now, some people may be a little bit insulted to hear such a word because it is a slang word, and it means, of course, balls, but it doesn't mean in any kind of physiological way. It's actually means audacity, boldness, courage, and we all need some of that. My book is Cojones, Grow a Pair for Success. And I realized to do anything in life, whether you want to be a politician, whether you want to be a sportsman, whether you want to be a businessman, whatever you want to be, you need this. You need that get up and go. You need to be afraid of nothing. You need to be able to approach anybody. You need to be able to move away like Moses divided the Red Sea and get away all the negative talk from others of what you should be doing and what you can't do because society says you can't do or your family says you can't do. This is about doing what you want to do. It's about being how you want to be, saying what you want to say, and doing what you want to do. And no one else can tell you to the contrary. And that's what the crux of the book is. And it gives you the tools to do it. And you know what? We live in a world where people are afraid to be themselves because we can't say what we want to do, because we can't be what we want to be, because we can't say what we want to say. Well, I'm saying you go against that, be more authentic. If you're more authentic, you'll be happier. Can you imagine if everybody lived according to this code? Perhaps the world would be a happier place. And that's why they have to read this book and take on some of the very interesting and usable initiatives that the book gives you.
Oh, Keith, I normally ask my guests at this point to speak to the fact that books change lives. Panoma Press, our strapline is books that change lives. I think we've heard how your book can change someone's life, but do you want to sum it up for us, please?
Well, I'll sum it up for you because I used to be a self-help junkie. And let's get it right. I was one of these people who are like the millions out there in the industry who are looking for just that one extra book that is going to change my world. Well, here's the truth. They don't. You need to be effective. And the one thing that's effective is you need cojones. You need to take action and have the balls to take that action. This is the Bruce Lee of self-help. I'm a fan of martial arts. I do taekwondo, for example, have done for many years. And Bruce Lee invented his own art. He cut away all the stuff that doesn't work. Well, this is the Bruce Lee of self-help because this is practical, straight to the point, straight talking, no nonsense, and gives you what you need to move forward.
Fantastic. You're a character, and I think if people can just pick up a bit of what you're talking about, if some of that energy can rub off on people, obviously they want to read the book as well.
I've got to tell you one more thing, Mindy.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. You know, I've got some great testimonials here. For those of you who can see the book, one of my heroes has given me a bit of a testimonial on top. Arsene Wenger, the great Arsene Wenger, the greatest Arsenal football manager in history. And on the back, I've got people like Barry Hearn, the UK's #1 sports promoter from Matchroom Sport. Anyone who's into sport will know who he is. Alistair Campbell, the man who was behind the great success of the Tony Blair Labour Party or New Labour in the late 90s and early 2000s. I've got these people behind it. So if you don't believe me, believe them.
They believe you. I'm sure they believe you with that conviction. We have time for a quick tip, if you have a tip for the viewers today.
Well, I think the one tip is, and it's very much down to my cojones 10 commandments. You know, First of all, approach anyone. You know, we all need help to do anything. Pick up the phone. Do not be afraid. I've interviewed a number of people for this book, celebrities, not by doing anything else, but by picking up the phone and speaking to them direct. You want to get anywhere, you've got to speak to the decision maker and push. And if you push, you would do it. And to push, you need to get all that thinking out of the way. Thinking, thought, well, you'll do it. Push it out of the way and do. Just do. Think about the consequences afterwards. You know, in 20 years' time, you'll be regretting what you didn't do rather than what you did.
Love it. That is all we have time for. Thank you so much, Keith Fraser. Good luck with the Cojones launch, and we're delighted to have you here today. See ya.
Likewise, nice being here with you. All the best.
See ya.